Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing so well, and welcome to my 2024 Project Pan finale video. I can't believe another year of panning is through, and I can't believe that it's almost 2025. I feel like time is absolutely flying. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments below, but I'm so excited to be here with all of you today to share the updates that I have on like the current stack that I'm working on, and then talk through all the products that I've finished this year. So if you're curious, let's go ahead and get into it, because I have 2 new empties, which I kind of promised you in my last update that I was going to hit 2 empties, but I came through, your girl came through, and it was a little bit more difficult for one than I thought it was going to be. I used it quite a few times, but we made it work. So let's go ahead and get into it and talk about these 5 products, and then we'll talk about all the products that I finished this year. So the first product is our old trusty Avon eyeliner. Does not want to quit us, but I used this 6 times this month and I sharpened it, and look at this product. This is a baby product. We are so close, like we are close. And this is in my planning pan for next year, so hopefully we can get it done. But like I've said this whole time, quality for this has really lasted, and this used to be like a go-to product of mine to put in my waterline. I love, and I guess it's more so like loved, a black liner in my waterline. Like that was my favorite look, and now I just mostly use it on my tight line because I don't exactly love the look of black liner in there, but depending on the look, we can sometimes make that work too. But anyways, we're still getting usage on it. Like I said, 6 uses this month, and it's very tiny. So hopefully when I roll it into next year's Project Pan at some point, we can finally finish it up. Next is my EOS chapstick. So I used this 14 times this month, and this is all that's left, just this little nub right here. So I'm hoping that I can get this one done pretty quickly too. So super excited about the progress on this one. I kind of took a break from this. Like 14 I feel like is pretty low usage wise for this particular product, but you'll see why I took a little bit of break from the chapstick, because I was kind of devoting all of my time to using a different lip product, but still got 14 uses on it. And like I said, there's only a little bit left. So happy with that progress. And then I also used my Kosas Cloud Set Powder 18 times and grew the pan even further. This is also something that I want to finish next year, which I don't think will be too difficult, because look at the pan size there, and I feel like we're starting to get pretty thin on the part that actually has the powder right here. So really happy with the progress on that and getting another 18 uses there. Now let's talk about the 2 additional products that I finished up this month. Both are lip products. First is this Kylie lip. I used this 6 times and got an empty on it, scraped it out using my beauty spatula, pulled the stopper, which had already been out actually. So really it was just kind of scraping using my beauty spatula, but got what I'd say all of it out. And I love this product. I think I've mentioned before, the reason I actually even rolled it into this project is because I had purchased a new one because this was getting low, and then I started using the new one before finishing this one, which as a project panner, that's the worst. And so I was like, I need to solve this for myself. And so I rolled it into this project, and I thought I was gonna hit an empty on this pretty soon, and it's taken me a little bit longer than I thought because there was more product in here than I thought, but we got it done. Only took 6 uses. And then the thing that I am most excited for this update is I finished my Fenty Beauty Lip Gloss in the shade Fussy. And this one, you guys, it took me 42 uses to get the empty, which is crazy. 42 uses. I was like, how am I doing this? But literally I pulled the stopper when we were getting pretty low, and then I was using my beauty spatula, and I was literally wearing this like 2 to 3 times a day, if not more some days. And instead of pulling for like my chapstick or really any other like moisturizing lip product, I was just like, nope, go use your lip gloss. So any sort of other product that I put on typically in its place, I was using this, and we got the empty. So I'm really excited about that, but definitely it was a little bit of a challenge. I was using it up until today. I'm actually wearing it today, but now at this point there's nothing left in the bottom, and the walls are pretty much scraped clean. So I'm very happy to say that I have another empty. So that is my update for this month. And now I just want to talk a little bit about all of the empties that I finished this year in this project. I will say I'm doing a yearly makeup empties where I'll be talking about all of these as well as all of the other makeup that I finished this year, and also going through the cost of everything and comparing that to how much makeup I finished last year and how much the total cost of that makeup was last year. And then also I like to compare to the amount of makeup that I purchased in the year. So there's a lot more that's going to be in that video, but just in terms of quickly going through everything that I used this year in this project, I do want to kind of hit on it because I think I would be remiss if I did not talk about this. But last year I finished 7 products in my project pan, and this year I finished 8 products, which if you've been watching this year's project pan is actually pretty remarkable because it took me till about halfway through the year, I think, to even get an empty because I was on maternity leave. I wasn't wearing a ton of makeup. I really wasn't as invested in panning because I was wearing makeup so infrequently, but I really picked up the pace. I'm in the office 3 days a week. I'm wearing makeup on the weekends if we're going out, and I was able to get through 8 products, which I'm super, super proud of. So we're just kind of gonna go through them in any order, really. So the first thing that I'm gonna talk about is my Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. I've worked on this in other project pans throughout the years, and I finally got this one done. There's a ton of product in here. It took a long time, but it was a good one, and I very much enjoyed it. I love mixing it with other foundations to sheer them out a little bit. Honestly, like all in all, a great product. Something that potentially I would repurchase, but you guys know me. If I'm gonna buy something, it's usually something new because I don't purchase makeup that often, that it has to be something that like really wows me for me to regularly repurchase something, if that makes sense. Something though that I might repurchase, I haven't yet, but I might, is the Stay All Day Microfine Setting Mist by e.l.f. I just love this product because it is inexpensive. I think it's $10. The mister is gorgeous. You get this nice fine mist. It smells really good. It's not high-end quality of making your makeup like totally lock in, but for the most part, I thought it did a great job, especially for like going to work or something. These 2 products I loved using, really happy to have finished them up. I also finished a blush. This was my Makeup Geek Romance Blush, definitely the oldest blush in my collection. Makeup Geek, unfortunately, is no longer even around anymore, and so it was just something that I was like, ooh, I need to move this one out. I had a pretty big pan in it. I repressed it, and then I was able to work through it, and honestly, by the end, I wasn't in love with this product anymore because it did have this gold shimmer, and I was just kind of over that. But in general, really happy to have worked through this and gotten a total empty on this blush. I love to see it. And then another powder product that I finished this year was my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Dim Light. I just used this as a face powder, and I was able to work my way through this. Absolutely gorgeous finish on this powder. Such nice high quality, and something that I would potentially actually repurchase again because I do really like the Hourglass quality. I have not, because I have a ton of other powder in my collection that I want to work through first. And like you saw in this update, I'm currently working through my Kosas Cloud Set, so something that potentially I'd buy in the future, but I have not at this point. But a gorgeous product, and it was one of those things where it's actually so funny. You all actually told me that I had pan in this. I thought that I had hit some hard pan, not realizing that it was actually the waffle pan. I knew this had waffle pan, but I couldn't see it. And someone in my comments was like, hey, that's not hard pan. I think you hit the pan right there because it was here. It was like in a little bit of a weird spot. And I was like, huh. And I went and looked at it, and I did hit pan. And so thank you for calling that out, but also that was really exciting, motivating then, because I was like, oh, I hit pan. We can definitely get this one done. And I didn't need to repress this. I was able to kind of use my brush and get everything out the old-fashioned way. So that was also nice because I don't know how it would have been repressing into a waffle pan. I've never done that before, but if you have, let me know, because maybe it's not so bad. And then I also finished up this ColourPop brow pencil. This has just been like sitting around in my collection for the longest time, and I was like, I just need to like spend some time using it. And so I spent like a month or 2 incorporating it into my brow routine. Normally I'm not using any sort of brow pencil or pomade, but I was like, I can do that. I can add it in and get it used up. And so that's exactly what I did. No real thoughts on that one. And then I finished 3 lip products. So obviously you heard my thoughts on these 2, so no need to rehash that. But I also finished up this Milani Rose Butter Lip Mask. very rosy scent. I thought it was pretty good in terms of like keeping my lips moisturized. I don't think I would repurchase it, but happy to have finished it up. And it was just something that I kept by my bed on my nightstand, and I just used it on a regular basis at night or when I woke up in the morning, and was able to finish it up. And that is it in terms of all the products that I used up in my project pan this year. Like I said, I have my makeup empties video coming up next, where I'll talk about all of these products again and go through cost and prices and all of that, but also talk about the additional products that I finished outside of my project pan. So definitely stay tuned for that. I also have my Pan Those Eyeshadows project pan finale coming up, and then we are kicking off new project pans come the beginning of 2025. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.